super tester, Jack Rico, and I've come to the Air Quality Lab at Consumer Reports to do some testing.
Jack, where'd you get all this smoke and what's up with the equipment?
John, sorry. Must have gotten a little carried away here.
Come on, I'll show you how we really test.
Yeah. So now that we're here at the Air Purifier Lab, my big question is, what exactly is an air purifier?
Basically, it has a large filter in it, and it has a fan. So what it does is it pulls in the air in the room, which is polluted, takes it, pushes it through the filter, and then you get clean air coming out on the other side. We can test air filters, and here's one right here, Jack. Why don't you bring that over?
Look at this. All right.
Well, let's take it into the lab and we can show you. Okay, Jack, let's put it right in the center of the room. So basically, it's a sealed room. Let's go outside and start the test. To test the air cleaner, we first have to get the room dirty. So this is an injector. It puts smoke and dust into the room. Okay, Jack, turn on the fans, buttons 7 and 4.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Test is gonna start. Particulates are coming into the room. So basically what's happening is smoke and dust that's being injected through that small hose. The fans are circulating it. Once we have it circulated, then we'll shut the fans, turn the air purifier on, and see how quickly it removes that dust and smoke.
The devices in this room are so sensitive that they can measure materials you can barely see. The air around you is actually full of tiny little specks called particulates. They're so small, they're measured in microns, a unit of measurement saved for the tiniest of objects around us. Take a human hair, that's 80 microns. Some of the particles in this room are only 0.1 of a micron, 1/800th of the width of a hair. I guess that means I'm nearly 2 million microns tall. Should have played basketball.
So how long is this whole thing gonna take, John?
It's a 20-minute test.
20 minutes? You know what? Now that we have the time, there's a family that wants to ask you a question, John. Let's ask CR.
I'm Chris. This is Finn.
I'm Marco.
I'm Jeanette. This is Hudson.
We love our dogs.
But we all suffer from allergies a little bit.
Do you have any tips to breathe easier?
So what about pet hair?
Yeah, the best way to get rid of pet hair and pet dander is to vacuum it up. And the vacuum should have a HEPA filter so that it captures those fine particles and they don't come back into the air.
Finally, the test is over.
Let's go look at the results.
All right, let's take a look.
So what it's showing you is that at the beginning of the test, when we put that smoke and dust in, the particulate level was really high. Once we put the air cleaner on, over 20 minutes, it brought it down to really low levels. It means this air cleaner was a really good product.
But does that mean that everyone needs an air purifier?
Basically, there's no real strong scientific evidence that says a healthy person really needs an air cleaner. Yeah, if you have asthma or allergies, then it's worth considering an air filter.
If you really want clean air in your home, try taking these simple steps.
Make sure that if you cook, have a vent hood, have that smoke and odors go outside. Do you clean?
Yeah, my wife makes me clean a lot of the house.
So if you clean, you don't want to use harsh chemicals because they can put those particulates into the air as well. So maybe use some white vinegar and water, something less harsh.
That's a good idea.
My floor will be clean and smell like salad. Double score.
When you vacuum, you want to use a vacuum with a HEPA filter because if you don't, it can take those particulates on the carpet and send them back into the air, into your lungs.
So air purifiers might help you clean the air, but preventing some of those particulates from getting there in the first place might help us all breathe a little easier.